What does taking the red pill mean? Because it's a term that's thrown around a lot recently. You know, everyone's talking about how red pilled they are and stuff like that. But I want to just talk a little bit about what it means to me and the changes I'm going to be making to this channel. So, most people, I think, consider the red pill like realizing that feminism is bad, third wave feminism is redundant, that, men have issues as well, realizing we live in a sort of gynocentric society and all that. I think that's what most people consider the red pill, or realizing that, academia is infiltrated by Marxists. But to me, it's a lot more complicated than that. I was red pilled like 3 years ago. I had a spiritual awakening. And at the time, I was not interested in politics whatsoever. I was totally apolitical. And I had a spiritual awakening. I realized nothing is what we think it is. And to me, that's what taking the red pill is realizing that pretty much everything you've been taught is a lie. Or like 5% of it might be truth mixed in with lies, okay? We've been lied to about so much. And, it's hard. It's hard to accept that. Not everyone wants to take the red pill because you realize that you've been living a lie. And why would these people lie to you? Well, part of taking the red pill is realizing that the people in power, if you can even call them people, those who control our world, people who control the media and the banks and our politicians, they hate you, okay? They hate you. They want you to be poor. They want you to suffer. They don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to live a happy, prosperous life. And they are also destroying our planet. They are causing war. They are causing famine. And so being red-pilled is realizing that you are a slave, okay? We are wage slaves and debt slaves. They literally throw you in a prison cell for not paying them tax money. You're not free. We have the illusion of being free, but we're not. And we're also not free to say what we want to say, especially those of us who don't live in North America, because you guys have free speech, You don't get put in prison for talking about certain things. Whilst in Europe, things are a lot worse. But YouTube is now starting to employ 1984 style censorship. YouTube is going to start putting videos in limbo, videos that they deem inappropriate or offensive or hate speech. So that means the video will be, I think, comments will be disabled, you won't be able to like it, and it won't show up in people's recommended videos. So basically no one will really get to watch the video unless they subscribe to you and went and clicked on it. Now, I just want to say that when I first started this channel, I had a very different vision for it, okay? I did not create this channel with the intention of it being a political channel at all. But at the time that I started my channel is when I started to become red-pilled on the political side of this reality, because I never used to be interested in politics. I think politics is very masculine. I don't like politics. I don't like talking about politics, but I think it's very important, okay? It's very important to be informed on these things, but that was not my original intention. When I wanted to create this channel, my intention was to talk about spiritual concepts and to help people, to empower people, to be a positive influence in people's lives, because I want to help you. I want to help people be healthier, happier, better versions of themselves. So I've decided that I'm going to change the format of this channel. I'm not going to stop talking about controversial topics, but I will be hosting truth videos like that on other platforms because I don't want to jeopardize my YouTube channel and my reach for making controversial videos that include wrongthink. Because a lot of people think I'm not red-pilled on a lot of things. The alt-right think I'm a shill, or they think I'm alt-light or whatever. I'm not part of the alt-right, just to make this clear. I never want to be a spokesperson. But I do believe in the 14 words. I do believe Europe is currently being invaded and that Europe will be an Islamic caliphate if nothing is done. So I do deeply care about these issues, but I do not think that I ought to jeopardize this platform to spread these messages, because a lot of people who watch my videos don't get it. They just think I'm a hateful bitch. They don't realize that I care. They don't realize why I'm talking about these things. They just think I'm some dumb right-winger who's just hate-filled and, all this nonsense. And I want to talk. I have so many things that I want to talk about, okay? So many topics. The list of videos that I want to make is massive. But I want to start focusing more on self-betterment and self-improvement. And like I said, I want to create my own website and decentralize, because YouTube is unreliable. YouTube banned Jordan Peterson. And I think the only reason he had his account reinstated is because he knew someone that worked at Google, okay? So I have to go sort of undercover and pretend to not be red-pilled whilst reaching the masses, because preaching to the choir to get banned is pointless, okay? The goal is to spread the truth to as many people as possible. And for me to do that, I need to build a larger following. And I don't care about building a following. I don't want to be a YouTube celebrity. That's literally one of the last things I want. I hate being in the limelight. I hate people examining my life. But I have to spread the truth, and I have to help people and inspire them to become the greatest version of themselves. Because this is my life mission. This is my life purpose and my passion. It makes me very happy to do this. So this was just a little announcement to say that I might be deleting some videos and re-uploading them elsewhere. And I'm just going to be changing the format. I'm going to be focusing more on spiritual concepts and self-betterment, because that's what the world needs, okay? Not everyone is ready for the truth. Some people are just not ready to hear it, because the red pill is hard to swallow. It's not for everyone, okay? And we're fighting a metapolitical war. Okay? I'm not fighting at the front rows of the battle. I'm a healer. That's my role. I'm a healer. And I'm also a teacher. I'm a truth teller. But like I said, I don't want to jeopardize one for the other. So yeah, I will be changing the format of this channel, just to let you know. And just bear in mind that this channel is not for everyone, okay? Lots of people watch my videos and make the worst assumption about me. I'm just a girl who wants to help the world. I want the world to be a better place. I want people to be happy. And I believe that the people who control this reality are truly evil. They're not just psychopaths that care about money. They are evil. And it's hard to explain this to people, because you need to realize everyone is living in their own little bubble. Everyone has their own problems. Everyone is suffering to an extent. People are worried about their own shit. Not everyone is interested in going down the rabbit hole. Not everyone has the time. Some people are studying in university, working a full-time job. They don't have the time. Some people are not intelligent enough, okay? So there's lots of factors. But I think that sometimes telling, when when uncovering the truth, right, is a scale, right? Say there's steps, and you tell someone a truth that you've uncovered from up here, and they're still down here, they're not going to hear you. They're not going to understand what you mean. They're going to make assumptions about you that aren't true. They're going to think you're crazy, or they're going to think you're hateful or whatever. They're not going to hear your message. They're not going to understand what you're saying. And I've experienced this with a lot of my videos. I think that the information I put out is pretty digestible, pretty well backed, It's not baseless. I'm not like talking off the top of my head in most of my videos. And a lot of people still, they don't get it. They still think that I'm just some condescending bitch. I don't think I know everything. A lot of people think that I'm just some know-it-all. All I know is that I know nothing, okay? And I know that the quest for truth is never ending. And that's the worst mistake you can make, is to think that I'm red-pilled. I know the truth. I'm a know-it-all. That's the worst mistake you can make, because the information you can uncover and the things you can learn are unlimited. Unlimited. So, yes, I want to start focusing more on, like I said, self-betterment, spirituality, fitness, health, and things like that, because this is my passion. And I assume this is not going to get me banned from YouTube, unless YouTube hate you so much that they don't want you to be happy and healthy. But yeah, so I just thought I would make this video because I get not annoyed, but I get flustered sometimes when people think they're so red-pilled and think I'm not red-pilled because I'm not talking about conspiracies that will get me literally thrown off YouTube. I know more than you think. I probably know more than you, to be honest. But I'm humble. I don't like to make it seem like I'm some know-it-all, even though that's how I come across to a lot of people, and that makes me sad because you don't see the real me. This is the real me. This is me speaking from my heart, off the top of my head. But a lot of my videos are scripted. And no, I'm not being paid to read the scripts. I script them myself. I spend copious amounts of time and effort into creating my videos, and it's highly insulting when people insinuate that someone else is writing my scripts. Yeah, I'm just a non-conventional girl who's trying to escape the system, and who is trying to inspire others and make the world a brighter place. I don't want to be perceived as a hateful person or a bitch, because I'm really not. But I can see why a lot of people would think that. Because a lot of people won't even watch my video. They'll go and dislike it, and they won't even bother to listen to what I have to say. So, for those of you who watch my videos who are interested in the truth, I will be posting in the future once I create my website and when I start decentralizing off YouTube. I will let you know. I also think a newsletter would be a good idea, because God knows if they vanish me off YouTube and Twitter, I don't know how to get in contact with you guys. So perhaps I will create a newsletter as well, so I can keep in touch via email if something like that was to ever happen, because you never know with YouTube. They're ramping up their censorship like crazy. We are living in 1984. We live in a crazy world, and you should take the red pill, because the truth will set you free. But first it'll piss you off.